Today we're going to do steps 3 and 4 of the stamp game. I have my stamps again with my units, tens, hundreds, and thousands. I also have a pencil, a ruler, and some grid paper. This paper has 1, 2, 3, 4 squares across. Your paper might look different from mine, but find paper that has 4 squares across. We need 1 square for each of the 4 categories here. I'm going to move my paper and my pencil and my ruler to the side for a moment, and I'm going to start by building a number. Watch. Are you counting as I'm building? I bet you are. I like the sound the stamps make. You can build this number with your stamps too if you want. I like to use my ruler to straighten my columns. Watch. Whoops. Okay. Let's verify this quantity. Let's count the units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 units. Let's count the tens. 1, 2. Let's count the hundreds. 1, 2, 3. Now I'll count the thousands. Can you count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 thousands, 3 hundreds, 2 tens, and 6 units. Now I'll get my paper and my pencil. Can you read the number to me one more time so I can write it? I'll start with the thousands over here. How many thousands do I have? That's right. I have 5 thousands. How many hundreds do I have? Yep, 3 hundreds. How many tens do I have? You're right, I have 2 tens. How many units do I have? You're right, I have 6 units. You can write this number down too. 5 thousands, 3 hundreds, 2 tens, and 6 units. I'm going to clear this. You can clear yours as well. Let's do that one more time. Are you ready? I'm going to build another number. You can build it with me. All right, my last category, units. Whoops. Did you build it with me? Let's verify it, shall we? Let's see how many units first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. 1, 10. That was easy to count. Let's count how many hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And how many thousands? 1, 2, 3, 4. You can write that down on your paper, starting with the thousands. 4 thousands, 7 hundreds, 1 10, and 5 units. So you wrote 4 thousands, 7 hundreds, 1 10, and 5 units. I did too. Let's see if they match. Did you write 4 thousands, 7 hundreds, 1 10, and 5 units? I bet you did. I want to show you something else we can do here. I'm going to draw a squiggly line on my paper to keep my numbers separate. Watch. You can draw that squiggly line too. I'll move my paper out of the way while I clear my stamps for my next activity. I'm going to show you how we can build two numbers at the same time. Watch. I'll start with my thousands. I always start building with my thousands. You can build along with me. You can make your number match my number. All right, so I built my first number. I'm going to use my ruler to make a space between my first number and my second number. I'll put the ruler right here, and I'll start with the thousands again. Watch. Whoops, flying hundreds. I'm going to move these thousands up a little bit. Then units. I want to make sure these units line up below the other units. So each category goes under its same category from before, right? All right, I built two numbers. Let's read the first number and build and write the first number on the paper. Can you read the number to me so that I can write it on my paper? How many thousands do I have? That's right, 2 thousands. You can write it on your paper too. Let's see how many hundreds I have. I'll move the ruler out of the way and I'll count the hundreds only in my first number. 1, 2, 3, 4 hundreds. How many tens do I have in my first number? 1, 2, 3. You're right, I have 3 tens. And how many units do I have in my first number? You're right, just 1. Now, let's write the second number. Let's see, I'll start with the thousands. How many thousands do I have? 1, 2, 3 thousands. How many hundreds do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hundreds. And let's see how many tens. 1, 2 tens. Let's count the units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 units. All right, you can write those two numbers down as well. If you need another minute, you can pause here. I want to show you something else we can do with building two numbers. Let's clear these numbers. I've seen some of you have made some really beautiful stamps for the stamp game. Okay, I'm going to build two new numbers. I'll start with the thousands again. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can build this number with me if you'd like to. 1, 2. I'm going to skip the tens. And then I'll build my units. 4, 5. Okay, I'll put the ruler here to mark my spot so that I can leave space between my first number and my second number. I'm going to build another number. Oh, I think I'll skip the hundreds this time. I want to make sure my tens line up under my tens. All right. I'm going to draw, you know what, I'm just going to fold my paper over so I'm not distracted by the last problem. So I'll start right here. Let's look at our first number. I'm going to count thousands. Will you count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 thousands. How many hundreds? That's right, 2 hundreds. All right, I'll count my, wait a second, there are no tens here. I wonder what I can write when there are none. There's nothing in the tens column. That's right, 0 means nothing. I'll put a 0 in the tens column because there's nothing there. Let me count units in my first number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 units in my first number. So I have 4,000, 200s, 0 tens, and 5 units. Let me look at my second number. Oh, 2,000. I'm sorry, that's not 2, is it? 1,000. Do I have any hundreds in my second number? I don't. Do you remember what I can write? That's right, 0. How many tens? 1, 2. And how many units? 1, 2, 3. That's right. Okay, I want to show you one more thing we can do with this. I'm going to draw a squiggly line here to separate these numbers from my next numbers. Let's clear all of our stamps. Okay, this time I'm going to write you 2 numbers and then you can build those numbers. Watch what I write. 2,000s, 600s, 4 tens, and 3 units is the first number. You can write that down on your paper too. And then the second number is 3,000s, 0 hundreds, 2 tens, and 5 units. So again, your first number is 2,000, 600, 4 tens, and 3 units. Your second number is 3 thousands, 0 hundreds, 2 tens, and 5 units. Pause right here so you can build those numbers, and then I will show you what they look like. All right, let's check our work. For the first number, I needed 2 thousands, 1, 2, yep, 6 hundreds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 units, 1, 2, 3. Is that what you built? Great. Let's look at the second number. I needed 3 thousands, 1, 2, 3, yep, 0 hundreds, 0 means nothing, so I left nothing in this hundreds column for the second number. 2 tens, 1, 2, and 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Let's clear this, and I'll write you 2 more numbers to work on your own. After this, you'll be ready to do some addition with the stamp game. That's the next thing. I'll draw my squiggly line. And here are your 2 new numbers. 6,481 and 2,500. 0 tens, you remember what the 0 means, and 3 units. You can build these 2 numbers on your own, and you can build as many numbers as you'd like and work on this for as long as you'd like, and then another day we'll do some more fun activities with the stamp game. See you next time.